Hello everybody and welcome to another WWE 2K24 video. In this series we're going to be doing my WWE Universe, and today's episode is just the intro, with episode 1 coming out in the next video, or the next 2K video I do. So for the intro we're going to be looking at the rosters, the championship belts and what's planned for this series, and then we'll get going to the next episode. Will be episode 1. So for the intro, what are we doing? Well, as I said, we're going to look at the rosters, we're going to look at who's in what category, so who's going for the WWE Championship, who's going for the IC, etc, etc, the belts themselves. The pay-per-views are pretty basic, and we've got the extra edition of Club UK, and how we're going to go through the series, because the recording here on the PlayStation 5 only allows you 1 hour. So the way we're going to do it is we're going to skip to the 4 major pay-per-views, with the exception of this intro. The intro, we're actually going to go to the Raw after NXT Gold Rush and make sure that all championship belts have been won and allocated. If not, we will then skip to Money in the Bank and make sure that everyone has got a every championship has then been awarded, and we'll skip to SummerSlam and we will leave it there. And then after that, for episode 1, we will, if we haven't got to SummerSlam by at the end of this one, we'll skip to SummerSlam, then Survivor Series, then Royal Rumble, then WrestleMania, and then end with the Raw after NXT Spring Breaking. So that is how we do it. Let's have a look at, we've got the Raw, NXT and SmackDown brands. NXT will soon disappear. I'm not sure whether it will be next year or the year after, and will be replaced with will not be replaced, sorry. Either next year or the year after, we will be joined by ECW, and because it will be on the WWE network, it can be as hardcore as it wants to be and not watered down like the previous WWE ECW version. Then at some point we will delete NXT and will be rejoined by a brand new WWE brand in the guise of WCW, with pay-per-views. ECW gets its own pay-per-views as well as WCW. At some point Club UK will disappear, but we're keeping it up there at the moment with some custom wrestlers, as well as some legends and British wrestlers as well. Even though it's set in the UK in Leeds, it is open to any nationality. It's just called Club UK because it's set in the UK, but like any independent wrestling, it's open to anybody, and that's where my custom created wrestler me is there now. So the first week has been done. I pressed a button and then I skipped it. I was up here and I went down to that Raw there and I accidentally skipped it instead of going to edit, so I do apologize. That's why the first week has already been done. But no, I've now sorted out all the rosters and that, so let's go and check who's on Monday Night Raw. There's 49 participants on Monday Night Raw at the moment. As you can see, we've got the classic WWE Championship. We've got a custom belt based on the classic IC title. We've got a custom WWE Women's Championship. We got the WWE Classic Tag Team Championships, the Women's Tag Team Championships, and the Women's Intercontinental Championships. Yes, the WWE Women's Championship. So SmackDown as the World's Women's Championship on. So Let's have a look at the divisions. In the WWE division, we've got Seth frickin' Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Cody Rhodes, Bray Wyatt, and The Miz. For the WWE Intercontinental Championship, we've got Gunther, Dirty Dominic Mysterio, Bronson Reed, Ricochet, Uncle Howdy, R-Truth, Dexter Lumis, Robert Roode, JD McDonough, Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Braun Strowman. Of course, this will all change because after every year, things will be changed around. Whether it's people swapping divisions, whether they be swapping brands, or whether they'll be forming or disforming a tag team. Slot 3 is the WWE Women's Championship, which will have Ivy Nile, Natalya, Liv Morgan, Ronda Rousey, Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, Becky Lynch, and Maurice. The Tag Team Championships have got Johnny Gargano, and Tommaso Ciampa, Jack Cable and Otis, Giovanna Vinci and Ludwig Kaiser, Damian Priest and Finn Balor, and Eric and Ivar. The Women's Tag Team Championship, which is contested again in all brands, has got Chelsea Green and Piper Niven, Katana Chance and Kaden Carter, Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. So the Women's Tag Team Champions will appear on Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. And then we've got the Women's Intercontinental Championship, which has got Zoe Stark, Shayna Baszler, Raquel Rodriguez, Sonya Deville, Nikki Cross, Valhalla, and Maxine Dupree. All custom belts are not made by me, apart from one, which is the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. So let's go have a look at the NXT roster and divisions. You can see all the belts across there. So what do we have? We have in the NXT Championship division, we've got Elijah Dragunov, Baron Corbin, Nathan Frazier, Braun Baker, and Kamala Hayes. In the NXT North American Championship, we've got Wesley, Trick Williams, Dijak, Wolfgang, Damian Kemp, Apollo Crews, and Joe Gacy. In slot 3 is the NXT Tag Team Championships of Channing Stacks Lorenzo and Tony D'Angelo, Angel Garza and Alberto Carrillo, Joe and Mark Kofi, Adrian Chase and Duke Hudson, and Brooks Jensen and Josh Briggs. We've got the NXT Women's Championship, which is Tiffy Stratton, Roxanne Perez, Ivy Nile, Cora Jade, Gigi Dolan, and JC Jane. I'm going to have to correct that and take Ivy Nile out because she is on Monday Night Raw, although she is appearing as a manager to the Creed brothers who are on SmackDown. I might have to change it. I might have to change it and put it in SmackDown instead. I don't know why I've still got her here. We've got the NXT Women's North American Championship, which is got Blair Davenport, Fallon Henley, Nikita Lyons, Tia Hall, and Wendy Chow. Or Chu. Wendy Chu, I think is how you pronounce that, isn't it? And then we've got the NXT TV Championship, which has got Noam Dar, Tyler Bate, Drew Gulak, Axiom, Scriptus, and Tyler Breeze. And then we got the Women's Championship, which has only got Alba Fyre and Eliza Dawning. Then we got SmackDown, which we've got the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. I think that's a lovely belt there. I think that belt looks really good, and I think that would be a better design for the current World Championship belt, to be honest with you. I absolutely love that. That's why I chose it. So kudos to the person who created that belt. We've got Roman Reigns, AJ Styles, Bobby Lashley, Randy Orton, Big E, and Kevin Owens. For the WWE United States Championship, we've got Logan Paul, Rey Mysterio, Karrion Kross, Austin Theory, Grayson Waller, Cameron Grimes, Jinder Mahal, Shanti Theodonis, Omos, Cedric Alexander, MVP, LA Knight, Butch, and Santos Escobar. For the WWE Women's World Championship, we've got, okay, Tiffy's on both. We're going to have to take Tiffy out of there. Tegan Knox, Asuka, Io Sky, Tamina, and Charlotte Flair. Io and Asuka is not part of Damage Control at the moment. I'm waiting for that future DLC to come out, so if I'm still doing this series when that DLC comes out, I will add Asuka to Damage Control as in real life when her tag team partner, the Pirate Princess, joins, and then we'll take Bayley out of Damage Control and find an alternative attire for her because it does say Damage Control on her attire. For the Tag Team Championship, we got Sanga and Via, we got Cruz and Jackin, we got Elton Prince and Kit Wilson, we got Jimmy and Solo, we got Ridge and Sheamus, we got Brutus and Julius, we got the New Day, and we got Carl and Luke, and we got Angelo and Montez. So a pretty stacked tag team division here on SmackDown, and that is my created belt. Similar to a creation that was done already on Community Creations, but I came round and made some changes to it. So I half created it. I came along and edited a Create Championship and made it better. And for the women's division, we've got Bayley and Dakota Kai. And for the women's US title, we've got Zelina and Scarlett, Shotzi and Michin, and Xia and Carmella. We will have the Raw, whoever's the champions will appear on Raw, SmackDown, and NXT, remember. At some point, I will create some tag teams out of wrestlers, so we'd have more SmackDown and NXT title contenders. So now we need to say that. Well, not really, so I've just come out of it. But we need to make some changes, don't we? So, My Universe, Superstars. We need to change Ivy now to SmackDown. And we need to change Tiffy. So for now she's on NXT only. And we have to go to SmackDown, and yeah, Ivy's on her own there, so there's 6 there. There's only 5 there, so let's add Ivy to the Women's Championship. But oh look, she goes straight up to the top there. And for the Club UK, we don't have any pay-per-views. We only have the weekly Saturday night matches. We've got 21 participants, and we only have one division, which is the Club UK Heavyweight Championship. And if we look at that, we have got Paragon J. Pierce, we got Assemble, we got me, we got Chris Danger, we got Cole Quinn, we got David Daniels, Jacob Cass, Shane Douglas, Simon Miller, British Bulldog, Doink the Clown, Jake the Snake Roberts, Ken Shamrock, Post Malone, Rikishi, Rob Van Dam, Stardust, and this ain't Cody Rhodes Stardust, this is just a wrestler playing the Stardust character. He's been given permission by Cody Rhodes. Sandman, Wade Barrett, William Regal, and X-Pac. I just want to... Oh. Just want to quickly check that all... Yeah. All pay-per-views on 14. So, let's go to... Skip to the day after NXT Gold Rush. And we should have our champions. So, this is how we'll do it after each one of the 4 pay-per-views. So we'll do, every episode will be a total year. But after every pay-per-view we'll look and see who the champions are. So Seth Rollins is the WWE champion. And it's a better way to do that in there. Because champions go that way. So the women's intercontinental champion. Oh shh! Press the wrong button. Let's put it back on Zoe Stark. It's square for stats. So Zoe Stark is the first WWE Women's Wrestling Intercontinental Champion. It's gone all the way down there now. Right, let's go to the top here. So NXT Women's North American Champion is Nikita Lyons. Blair Davenport won the title and had it for 5 days before losing it to Nikita Lyons, who has now had it for 29 days. So Blair was the first NXT Women's North American Champion. We've not got an NXT Women's Champion yet. That's interesting. I still had it on the wrong thing as well, didn't I? It's not going right, is it? Right, okay. The Club UK Heavyweight Champion is Jacob Kaz, who's had it for 44 days so far. None of the created wrestlers are my wrestlers. I've not created any created wrestlers apart from myself. I'll just throw that out there. The NXT champion is Nathan Frazier. It was Elijah Dragunov. I can't tell how long Elijah Dragunov, because it is a current title. So, but his total now goes up to 179 days. This is Nathan's first time, so he's only had it 1 day. It's probably won it at the last NXT pay-per-view. The NXT North American champion is Dijak. Oh, fuck, I just done it again, didn't I? Is Dijak. Even though I cleared the all the championships, it will come up with the original championship, so that's why it says Dirty Dom on there. But for this save, Dijak is the first champion, and I think it is his first time. Yep. So he's held the belt so far for 48 days, which is longer than Bronson Reed, Solo Sikoa, and Trick Williams. Chase U have won the NXT Tag Team Championships. So but Joe and Mark won it first. That makes Chase U a 2-time champion. Mark and I think it was their first time. Mark and Joe. I think it's Joe's first time, but I think Mark had it before with a previous partner. So they had it for 12 days, judging by Joe's thing there. Adrian and Duke has now had it for 22 days respectively. And it takes Mark's reign up to 100 days. It's a shame we can't just completely clear the history. NXT TV champion is Noam Dar. He was the first person to win it and has had it for 27 days. We saw Nikita Lyons, the NXT Women's North American Championship, with Blair winning it the first time. Zoe Stark is the WWE Intercontinental Women's Champion. Roman Reigns is the World Heavyweight Champion. Has had the belt for 17 days. Seth freaking Rollins has won the WWE Championship, which takes into a total of 49 days, haven't it, so far? I do wish that no matter what WWE Championship belt, it should cover the entire history. So it should include Seth's other reigns as WWE Championship. It shouldn't stop when this belt stopped, if that makes sense to people. So it should show all the WWE Championship. I know Undertaker's only won this version of the belt twice. He won the big gold belt. Not big gold, the big winged eagle belt. The big eagle belt, more commonly known as. So that made him a 3-time champion. But again, I think the titles should include all variants of it. So the entire history of the WWE Championship should be here. So that so no matter what belt you choose, you can then put it will still count. I also think that when you win a championship belt in Universe mode, you're able to change that championship belt and have your own custom belt in there if you wanted it. So say I had the normal WWE Championship started off with, and I was playing a match, and I won. After the match is finished and you celebrated with the current belt, it should then give you the option to choose another title in the world title category. So then I could bring back the classic WWE title or a brand new custom title. And when you make belts, you put them in categories. So you couldn't put an IC title as a WWE Championship like that. You'd have to have them in categories, or make custom categories. Like if you made the TV title, you can make a custom category so that when you get a belt in the future, you can put it in that category. Hope that makes sense. Please let me know down in the comments below if you think that's a good idea. We got the WWE Tag Team Champions as the OC. I don't know why Io Sky has come up as a previous champion. That makes no sense whatsoever. About common for WWE games these days. I think that they would have less bugs in it if they dropped the old gen. If they only had it for the current next gen, so only for like PlayStation 5 and whatever the next gen Xbox is. I don't really follow that. It's the Xbox S and X, I think. But yeah, if they only had it for the next gen consoles, then I think there would actually be less bugs in the game. 31 days so far for the OC. Rey Mysterio, the WWE United States Champion. So Rey Mysterio, 24 days, but it doesn't come up as time zone. See, these are the kind of things that WWE 2K need fixing. Forget Logan Paul, because he was the current champion when the game came out. Even though I deleted that and it's a different US belt, it still comes up as him as champion for some reason. Rey, it's not kind of as time zoned as Rey. So if Rey loses it and wins it again, he's only going to come out as a one-time champion. So, and he said that for 24 days. So that's again and something else that needs fixing. Katana Chance and Kaden Carter have won the Women's Tag Team Championships. Forget the first time round, the bottom where they had it there. So Piper Niven and Chelsea Green was the first champions. Kaden and Katana won it second, making Katana and Kaden 2-time champions, and Chelsea a 2-time champion, and Piper a 1-time champion. So Piper and Chelsea only had it for 6 days. Katana has had it for 40 days. Caden's had it for 79 days. Again, that doesn't make sense because Caden and Katana won the belts together. Caden's not been a women's tag team champion on her own, so that doesn't make sense. And Chelsea Green, of course, up to 160 days, as she's had the tag team belts with other partners, not just Piper Niven. The WWE Women's United States Champion is Shotzi. She's had it for 38 days. And the WWE Women's World Champion is Tegan Knox. Why Finn and Damien is coming up there again, I do not know. Again, needs fixing. She's had the belt for 45 days. So everyone has got a championship with the exception of the NXT Women's Championship. I think that's the only championship that's not been won. Oh, the IC title's not been won either. Or the Women's World Championship, or the Tag Team Champs. Okay. So I just want to quickly write that down so that they can be won at the next pay-per-views. The IC belt, the Women's Championship, the World Tag Team Championship, so they've not all been won, and NXT, they've all been won except for the NXT Women's Tag Team NXT Women's Championship. Should have done that bit first for Raw, shouldn't I? And they've all been won on the SmackDown side of things. Of course, we saw there's only one Club UK Championship. So we're going to have to, in Money in the Bank, we've got to make sure those Raw titles are won. And at NXT, the Great American Bash, we need to make sure that that is won as well. So let's skip to Money in the Bank. Who knows, maybe the titles get won on their respective brands before Money in the Bank. Let's have a look. So we need the Women's Championship. That can be, you know, Natalya and Rhea are both in the Women's Championship. So yeah, edit the match. If we just go to customize participants and just put title match on, choose the belt that we want, which is the Women's World Championship. And there we go. Money in the Bank in the UK is for the Women's Championship for Natty and Rhea. So that's been done. So we need the IC title and the WWE World Tag Team titles put on the line. Well, that's a 8-man ladder match for the United States Championship. It's meant to be Money in the Bank. No Money in the Banks matches have been put up. We'll let that one off this year. I'm just trying to think who's on the Raw side of things. Kieran, Austin, Cameron, Jinder, Santos, Omos, Grayson and Ray all vying for that United States. Things don't look good for Ray there. Odds are against him. So just trying to think who's in the IC title picture. So come out of that, go into my So Dominic and Bronson are the top players there. Okay. Let's add them in a match together. So Bronson Reed versus Dominic Mysterio, and for the tag team championships, we'll have Alpha Academy taking on the Viking Raiders as they're the two top teams there. Oh crap, go back in. Right. Edit matches. And all rivalry matches. But we can only have one more extra match, so I'm gonna have to lose a match. Sinshi and Ricochet can be edited out. Customized match, 1-on-1. So 2-on-2 tag team. Make it a she's got a tornado tag. No, ladder tag, but I think that still counts as a tornado tag, don't it? And we will have, like I said, the Alpha Academy. Otis, that's it. Should automatically go to your stablemate or tag team partner. And then we got, who did we say? Viking Raiders, didn't we? So Ivar, Eric, oh, that sucks, because she's already in a match. She can't be a manager. But we've seen managers manage and be in a match, so. And I'm sure Eric and Ivar are in the. Oh, maybe because it's a ladder tag team match. I think that's. Oh no, because I can have male managers. So yeah, that don't make sense. Why can't I add a female manager? That don't make sense that I can't add a female manager. Because in real life, if there's a female manager, she will be there. Which means I can't add their female manager either, which I can't remember her name off the top of my head right now. That kind of sucks. But I want it as a tag match, so I'm going to have to keep it like that. 1-on-1. Hell in a Cell. Confirm. Give Dom Dom. Versus Bronson Reed. Championship. the IC Championship belt. There we go. Save. And come out of that now. Let's get to NXT Great American Bash. Oh, excuse me. So, next, make sure the women's title is on the line here. Yes, it is. That's right then. It'll either be Roxanne Perez or Tiffy Stratton that's going to win it. So we're going to get SummerSlam. And we'll go to the day after SummerSlam. And then the next episode we'll finish off the year. So we've done half the year in this one. So we got tonight's show. We're not going to look at that. We're going to look at My Universe and see who the champions are. So the Club UK Heavyweight Champion is Cole Quinn, who defeated Jacob Cass. Cole Quinn's had it 23 days. Jacob's had it for 56 days so far. Nathan Frazier is still the NXT champion. Did I check who was the champion beforehand? I didn't, did I? I don't think I went into it. So we ignore Elijah Dragunov because we made all the titles vacant. So Bron Breakker was the first champion and Nathan Frazier then won it. Bron Breakker's now had it 3 times. Nathan Frazier, I think, it's the first time. Bron's had it 444 days combined. Nathan so far has had it 36 days. Joe Gacy is the NXT North American champion after beating Dijak. I think this is his first time for Joe Gacy. And Dijak had it for 61 days altogether, beating Cameron Grimes his 54 days there. Joe Gacy he's not. Oh, there he is. Joe Gacy's had it 22 days so far. Chase U are still the tag team champions. I don't know why it's come up twice like that. Again, it's another problem within WWE 2K24. 24, sorry. So they've held it so far for 57 days. Nomura is still the NXT TV champion, holding it for 62 days. Tiffy is the NXT champion. First time. I think she won it in real life, but I think don't think she was champion when it came out, or when the game came out. So 27 days she's had it so far. Again, I don't know why the previous champion. I think Tiffy might have been the champion at the time, so I don't know if it's just registering her as one-time champion or not. And it's how many times has she held it? Is it showing on here? 27 days. Well, she only had it last week, so yeah, I think it's because she was the current NXT champion when I deleted all the champions. So that will show the current reign. So that's why it's saying 27 days, even though she hasn't won it in 27 days in the game time. A bit confusing, I know. So really, because I clean slated it, it should be coming up as her as a 2-time champion, not a 1-time champion. NXT North Women's North American Championship is still Nikita Lyons, who's now at 64 days. Zoe Stark is still the Women's Intercontinental Champion, going for 70 days now. Roman Reigns still the World Heavyweight Champion, going at 52 days. Again, just coming up on the times earned one for some reason. World Tag Team Champions are the Viking Raiders, Eric and Ivar. I don't know why Rhea's coming up on there either. It'll be the first time with these belts, obviously. So they're out to 29 days. Seth Rollins is still the WWE Champion, going strong at 84 days. Dirty Dom beat Bronson Reed for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. Ignore the Gunther bit. So 29 days for Dirty Dom. The OC are still the Tag Team Champions. It's double stacked them for some reason. Don't ask me why. They go strong at 66 days. Rey Mysterio kept his US title after that ladder match, being a champion for 59 days now. Rhea Ripley is the WWE Women's Champion still for 29 days. Shotzi is still the Women's United States Champion. Piper Niven and Chelsea Green have defeated Katana Chance and Kaden Carter for the Women's Tag Team Championships. Again, it's double stacked in there for some reason. Chelsea is now at 189 days, while Piper Niven is at 35 days, beating Ronda Rousey's 32 days. And Chelsea is the third longest reigning tag team champion at 189 days, now beating Nikki Cross, who's at 186 days. Of course, Nikki's had the tag titles with Alexa Bliss and Rhea Ripley. And Tegan Nox is still the Women's World Heavyweight Champion at 80 days. So that's it now. When we go to episode 1, we will skip to Survivor Series and see who the champions are. We'll then skip to the Royal Rumble and see who the champions are. And then we'll skip to the day after spring breaking to see who the champions are, and that will finish off year 1. In fact, do you know what? That just seems a bit too short a video. We're just going to skip to the end of year 1 and go to year 2. So this will now be known as the intro and year 1. We skip along. So we're getting into March now. Oh, sorry. So now we're at spring breaking. We can now skip to Monday Night Raw and be at the start, because of course we want to get the spring breaking results down. Why is Backlash looking like that for? Ah, that's why. Okay, host shows. Raw, SmackDown. Wonder why that was a bit faded for. So there you go. So, who are the champions? Let's have a look, shall we? So at the end of year 1, the champions are, for the Club UK, is Jacob Kaz has got his title back. So he's now a 2-time champion. Cole Quinn has had a 168-day reign. Jacob Kaz is bringing his title reign up to 156. NXT champion Nathan Frazier lost it to Elijah Dragunov and then won it back, making him a 2-time champion. Nathan Frazier's no total is up to 225 days, while Elijah Dragunov is up to 235 days. Wolfgang has won the NXT North American Championship. Joe lost it back to Dijak, and Dijak lost it to Wesley. Then Wesley lost it to Wolfgang. Why Wolfgang's name's not at the top there, I do not know. Again, it's one of the problems that we're having with the title statistics. But Wolfgang, I think it's his first time with the championship. Yeah, it says at the bottom. So Dijak's now had it for 143 days. 107 days with Joe Gacy, and for Wolfgang it's 1 day, so he won it at the last pay-per-view at Spring Breaking. So next championship, D'Angelo and Lorenzo are the NXT Tag Team Championships. So Joe and Mark lost it to Humberto and Angel. Why it's stacked them up 3 times, I do not know. And then they lost to Channing and Tony. So overall, Joe Kofi had it for 26 days. Humberto and Angel had it for a combined of 63 days. Mark Kofi 114 days. Tony D'Angelo 117 days. And Channing Stacks Lorenzo 203 days. The NXT TV Championship went from Noam Dar to Tyler Bate to Drew Gulak and then to Tyler Breeze. Drew Gulak has now had it for 28 days. Tyler Breeze 50 days. Noam Dar 82 days. Tyler Breeze 147 days. Sorry, Tyler Bate 147 days. Tiffy lost it to Roxanne. Roxanne lost to Cora, and Cora lost it back to Tiffy. So that makes Tiffy technically a 3-time champion. Cora a 1-time champ, and Roxanne a 2-time champ. So Roxanne has had it a total of, or Tiffy's had a total of 146 days. Cora at 70 days, and Roxanne up to 61 days. Tia Hall is the NXT Women's North American Champion. Nikita lost it to Fallon Henley, and Fallon lost it to Tia. Blair had it for 5 days, as we know. Fallon Henley's had it for 68 days. Tia Hall has had it for a current 78 days, and Nikita Lyons had it for 163 days. Shayna Baszler is the Women's Intercontinental Champion. So Zoe lost it to Valhalla. Valhalla lost it to Shayna Baszler. Shayna lost it to Raquel Rodriguez, and then she lost it back to Shayna. So Shayna, the first 2-time Women's Intercontinental Champion. Valhalla had it for 28 days. Shayna has had it for a combined 72 days. Zoe Stark had it for 97 days. And Raquel Rodriguez had it for 118 days. They say that anything can happen in the WWE, and it has. Jackie Wild is the World Heavyweight Championship. How that has happened, I do not know, because he's in the tag team division. So I don't know how that happened. Roman, it must have been a rumble or a ladder match or something. I don't know that he was put into. But he's in the tag team division, so how he won the World Heavyweight Championship, I do not know. But hey, anything can happen in the WWE. So it went from Roman Reigns to AJ Styles to Roman Reigns to Bobby Lashley to Jackie Wild. Jackie Wild has had it for 15 days. So he must have won it at WrestleMania. So did he win the Royal Rumble? If he won the Royal Rumble and went after the World Heavyweight Championship, and he beat Bobby Lashley. AJ Styles had it for 56 days. Roman Reigns had it for 112 days, and Bobby Lashley having it slightly longer with 114 days. So I'm guessing Jackie Wild won the Royal Rumble and took the WrestleMania main event and beat Bobby Lashley, as it was 2 weeks ago that it was the WrestleMania, or 2 weeks and a day, so that's 15 days. So yeah, what a dream for Jackie Wild to win the World Heavyweight title at WrestleMania. Wow. Well done, Jackie Wild, for the LWO. I bet they were celebrating hard after WrestleMania. Let's see if he can hold on to it after Backlash. The World Tag Team Champions is the Alpha Academy. Excuse me. So Aaron Akiva lost it to Otis and Chad. Otis and Chad has had it for 218 days, beating the 196-day reign of Bubba Ray and Devon Dudley. How long did the others? Ivar and Eric had it for 56 days. Now, I don't know if you looked, what's missing from this Tag Team Championship? Well, Tag Team Championship is 97 to 02. Even though this belt had been going longer since 97, they've only put it as 97 to 02 because the scratch logo. But because it ain't got the old logo, and they've not put the old logo tag team belts on, it means it excludes the title reigns of people like the Hart Foundation, Diesel, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. Their tag team reigns are not here because it's the scratch logo version of the WWE Tag Team Championship belts instead of the classic WWE logo, which is wrong because the lineage is the same. So it should be all the championships that have had that belt up to that point. So from the creation to 02, really, because the previous teams had won versions of that belt, obviously. So again, it doesn't make sense. Drew McIntyre is the WWE champion. He beat Seth. He then lost to The Miz before winning it back, making Drew a 2-time champion. So Drew has had it for a combined 77 days. Seth had it for 119 days. And The Miz had it for an impressive 133 days. That is totally awesome. Gunther is the WWE Intercontinental Champion. Dominic lost it to Bronson Reed, who he defeated to win the belt. He lost it back to Dirty Dom, who then lost it to Gunther. So Gunther won it at WrestleMania. So he's had it for 14 days so far. Bronson Reed had it for 50 days after beating Dirty Dom. And Dirty Dom's 2 reigns go over to 210 days. Excuse me. The WWE Tag Team Champions are still the OC. They lost it to Jimmy and Solo, who then lost it back to them. Jimmy and Solo had it for 138 days. Luke and Carl has had it for a combined 173 days. Omos is the WWE United States Champion. Ray lost it to Karrion Kross, who then lost it back to Ray, who then lost it to LA Knight, who then lost it to Omos. Omos, ignore that, it should be Ray, same Ray as the two-time champion. Omos has had it 15 days, so he beat LA Knight at WrestleMania. He didn't have it for that long, just over 2 weeks. LA Knight was 16 days. Karrion Kross had it for 51 days, while Rey Mysterio had a combined 222 days. Rhea Ripley lost it to Bianca Belair, who then lost it back to Rhea. Bianca had it for 133 days. Rhea Ripley had it for a combined 141 days. Piper Niven and Chelsea Green are still the tag team champions. So let's see if we can make sure of this. So Piper and Chelsea lost to Kaden and Katana, who then lost it to Piper and Chelsea, who then lost it to Eliza and Alba, who lost it to Indy and Candice, who then lost it back to Piper and Chelsea, who lost it to Kaden and Katana, who then lost it back to Piper and Chelsea. So Chelsea Green come out as a 5-time champion, Piper Niven a 4-time champion, Kaden a 3-time champion, Katana a 2-time champion, because that doesn't make sense at all, because they should both be a 3-time champion, and Alba and Candice, Indy and Eliza as 1-time champions. Chelsea Green now getting up to 231 days. Katana Carter at 269 days. Katana Chance 130 days. Candice and Indy Hartwell 91 days. Piper Niven 77 days. Shotzi is a 2-time Women's United States Champion after losing to Michin, who lost it to Zelina, who then lost it back to Shotzi. So Shotzi, a first-time 2-time Women's United States Champion. Zelina had it for 56 days. Michin had it for 56 days, and Shotzi's had it for a combined 206 days. And the WWE Women's World Champion is Charlotte Flair, who beat Tegan Nox. Tegan Nox had it for an impressive 310 days before losing it at WrestleMania to Charlotte Flair, who I'm guessing won the Women's Royal Rumble. Now I've got less than 2 minutes to wrap up this video, so please let me know what you think. Let me know about your thoughts in the comments and description in the comments below. I will do a year 2 for this video. I will change things up a bit, but I won't record it, so it'll be a nice surprise. You won't see me do it because I think that'll take up a bit too much time. I've got a minute and a half to wrap this video up. Yeah, I'll change a few things up. People will change. The rosters, the brands will stay the same for the year 2. The rosters will change. Teams will change. If somebody changes, if someone's a champion when they enter a team, they'll keep that belt obviously until they lose it. If someone is, say, Tiffy, I moved to SmackDown and Raw while she's still NXT champion, then she will stay on both brands until she loses NXT championship, and then she'll stay on the brand that she got moved to. And in the next episode, I will add some new wrestlers for Crack Wrestlers and Legends. I'll also add some at certain points after each of the 4 major pay-per-views. That's it for now. Feel free to like, comment and subscribe. Hit that bell notification to get up to date with all future content. And as always, take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.